I love having shiny arms.
Yeah. That one will.
You tattoos look all pretty fresh.
That one will do. Tim Spills and Spars, Barry speaking. Sorry.
How now, brown cow?
How now, brown cow?
Tax disc.
Seashells by the seashore.
Disc. Unique New York.
Unique New York. Shall we?
Yep.
Good morning, mate.
Good morning.
How are you?
Congratulations. Bloody marvellous, thank you.
I know it is congratulations. We made it.
We did.
We're alive.
We're alive. We didn't kill ourselves and anyone else. That's another year ticked off.
Win.
Congratulations to you. I'd take that. Wouldn't take that.
You smashed it.
That win, though.
You smashed it, though. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, we're super proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
How hard it can be. We thought today would like to talk about what a shit show 2020 was.
The amount of
how good it finished.
Dude, the amount of memes that I've seen where it's I'd like to see the terms and conditions for 2024.
Yeah.
Or I met the best and the worst versions of myself this year.
It was like I spent a year trying to go from thumbing in a semi.
Yeah.
And I finally managed to get a full erection by December.
Yeah. See, I kind of had those moments, when you're fucking and it's like you're hard, but then it goes soft and it's like, give me a little bit.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit. He gets back up. Yeah.
You're like, fuck, life's hard.
Yeah.
Why is my dick not?
Yeah. Yeah. And then it finally comes back up and you're like, great.
Yeah, someone just touches your shoulder and you're like,
oh, exactly. Yeah.
That's all I needed.
Yeah. And then you finish and it's like, you know what? That was great.
Beautiful.
That's our description of 2023.
Yeah. Should we get into it a little bit?
yeah, that's great. Okay.
So, where did you start your 2023? Do you remember? Where were you living?
I was actually here, Mum and Dad's house.
Wow, you came full circle.
Yeah, literally, I came full circle. So
that's pretty impressive. They usually come in a straight line.
Yeah, depends. Normally, it's
so you literally shot it and it just.
Okay, what's more of a spider web?
Oh, fucking.
More of a spider web.
Oh, easy does it.
Yeah.
You hit your face. The face.
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, that was actually me last night. I caught my beard.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
It started off really weak and then just out of nowhere went, whoa, fuck.
It catches you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's those ones where you hold on to it, like really, really hold on to it. And then it's like, this one's going to be powerful. You look at it and you're like, I have no idea where this is going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you
look it in the eye and you're like, don't you dare.
Don't you dare. So it's,
I remember I'm me and I always fuck with me. So.
Yeah. I'm going to swallow just to prove your point.
I spit on it first. I'm like, no, you fucking take it.
So I was here. I can't remember what I did for New Year's, but I was actually here at the start of the year, then flew back to the UK. And I kind of hadn't decided to move back yet. I had no idea what I was doing. I know I was in a pretty rough position still, just mentally going through things in my previous relationship, all that sort of stuff. It was rough. But I remember getting back into London. It's fucking cold. And you and me basically, oh, your microphone's dropping. Let's tighten that for you. All right. Nice and tight. How's that? Better?
Better.
Yeah. No, I remember I came back and I think one of the first things you and me got back into that office.
Yeah.
And we just started filming and putting things together and started working.
Well, it was before Christmas.
Right.
Last year.
Oh, there we started.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was before Christmas that we started.
Then you went home.
Yeah.
Came back. Yes,
Yeah. It was that moment. That's when we started to really get into the filming. That was it. We did the Mythmas. And I still had no idea what we were going to do. I think it was end of January. I think it was end of January where we were at your place. It was you, me, and Marshall. And I was sitting there doing some work on your fucking computer or next to your computer. And I was like, I think I'm going to move home. And then that's kind of.
And then I think in my head, did I even say out loud yet? Was I like, I'm going to come with you?
Yeah, it was. It was you.
I was like, fuck it, I'm so over this shit.
Yeah, I'm going to come with you. And that was just talk at that point in time.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, do it. And I booked my ticket, and it was my ticket to Thailand. And I remember you actually didn't book your ticket until like fucking June. But you were like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I won't lie, the anxiety in me. So I knew if I was coming back here by myself, like I was going to work in the mines. My brother was going to get me a job. Yeah. I was going to coach. I was going to do all that. And I had these things, but I was like, the thought of it wasn't satisfying.
Oh yeah, our idea was way better.
Yeah.
The original idea.
Fuck. Look,
I would have smash our way around the population of Australia and film it.
fucking A we were. And that's another story.
Yeah.
But the idea was like, I wouldn't have been satisfied working the mines. So and when you said you were going to come with me, I'm like, okay, I'm here for this. But I knew if you didn't come,
Which sometimes 50-50.
Exactly, depending on the day. If you didn't join me, incoming. No,
Either way.
But yeah, if you didn't actually move to Oz with me, it would have been. In my mind was like, I need this, and that was a moment of growth for myself because it was becoming a bit of a dependency thing of thinking that I needed you with me, and I'm grateful that you are. Fucking grateful that you are, because to be able to jump into Magic Men, to be able to do what we're doing now, it's great.
I have to say, I'm very grateful to have had you there, like to do this trip transition knowing nothing. I also don't drive.
Yeah.
I would have been fucking screwed.
Yeah.
Like, we've both been each other's lifeline for a hot minute, and it's nice that we're kind of like chilling out a lot and just finding our feet. Yeah. Having this life that we're sharing and still having our own bits going on. But it's thinking of what you were gonna do to where you are. It's cool,
bro.
It's crazy that just one choice can shape your whole life.
Well, remember we were sitting in it was the office, and the first time I saw you in fucking years.
Yeah.
And it was like, why are you back into my life? We always thought the thing that we were doing, from the filming, the coaching stuff, doing all that, everything kind of like, this is why we're back together. This is why it is. And it's just stemmed in, and now we're sitting here doing a podcast. It's great.
I remember the first time I walked into the office, you looked at me and you went, fuck me, you're massive.
Yeah.
And that's what we should be talking about here, to be honest. No, I'm joking.
It was fucking huge, though.
We bumped into each other again, and we've done a few transitions. I actually just had to, while you were talking then, I was paying attention, but then I had one small epiphany of actually where I was in that moment in time in my high-rise apartment with Rachel and the dog.
Oh,
I'm just thinking the difference in who I am as a human in like 1 year. It's like I rarely stop, and people often remind me, they're like, you need to just like think about what you've achieved and your personal growth, because I actually just remembered being sat on my sofa. Actually, do you know where I was? I know where I was on New Year's. I was coked off my face with. Can I tell you? I can just be honest, can't I?
I mean, that's our point of this. That's our point of this podcast.
Yeah, I was coked off my face with fucking Jordan from the Dream Boys.
Yeah.
With our missuses, like we were just out, and that's what we did for New Year's. We were out in fucking Bristol or whatever, not Bristol, Bournemouth. Yeah,
two very, very different locations.
We were in Bournemouth,
right? Yeah,
and I remember just being, and I still was on my like binge, kind of like wanting to secretly gamble on my phone in between seeing. I just wasn't that happy. Yeah. And then you fast forward, and then all that crap with Dream Boys happened, and then I left there, and then we met and we started pushing the coaching. That did really well. That could have been a full career. And then I got like a substantial amount of money a month from that. We were starting to build really strong businesses. And then it was just wasn't fulfilling. Then the relationship ended. Then I lost the dog. And then I moved to Brighton and I was unhappy and alone again. And I was like, something's got to change.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot to see that actually happen as well. To watch you leave that apartment where everything was so good. I remember helping you move, literally helping you move in that fucking tiny van.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah. Awful.
Do you remember?
I was like on prep while all of that was happening.
Oh yeah.
I competed in the competition.
Yeah.
Moved out. Like had 3 successful businesses running at the same time. And I don't even know how I was doing that shit. I was superhuman. I think I was just trying to prove a point to myself.
Well, that was the whole thing with the competition. That was like, I'm doing this because you did it for Connor.
I think there's one point in our life where we all have to just go fuck it and see how far you can push yourself, and then just see if you're comfortable there. Yeah. And I definitely know that I'm capable of doing that work rate. Mm-hmm. I just have learned a lot about myself in that process of what it was that I needed to be able to do it. Yeah. Like there's certain needs we all have, I think, as like conditions for happiness or for stability to allow you to push to uncomfortable places. Yeah. And for me, it's definitely having a base. Yeah. And I didn't even realize, but the transport situation. So back home, it didn't matter that I didn't drive. No. So I wasn't confined at all. Whereas here, I'm being carted around, you know? Yeah. Gratefully so. That sounded like I was ungrateful. I'm not. Fucking ungrateful. But I'm at your disposal or whoever else wants to pick me up while I'm learning to drive. Yeah. So I didn't realize how big of a thing that was because that makes me feel super unsteady here, although I'm in the best place I've been in. Yeah.
Well, okay. So with all this, what has been your biggest like lesson and growth point coming through 2023?
everything has to start from you, like for me.
Yep.
I wanted people and things, and then I got rid of things, and then I wanted people, and then I was like, oh, it's not that either. And then I was like, okay, it's me. And then we went on a journey of self-discovery.
Oh yeah.
And that's when all the big changes really started to happen. And I was like, fuck, I'm strong.
Yep.
I was like, once I managed to face my own mind, which is the scariest thing I think a human can do.
Oh yeah.
When you dive though, not when you just acknowledge, because you can acknowledge and go,
exactly.
Don't need to deal with that.
Yeah.
And then we talk about this a lot, actually exposing yourself to situations that scare you.
Yep.
And just pushing through them.
Yeah.
And being faced with all your demons and just looking at them and going,
Yeah.
Because I told you the trip I had, right?
Which one?
The one where I fucked all my demons.
Oh yeah,
and it was
yeah.
actually happening.
I was literally in the bedroom next to you asleep. It was the next morning you came in and you were like, bro, you would not guess what happened.
I literally face fucked my demons. It was brilliant. Just for context for everyone, I will tell this story. Oh.
Not mention the name of the person, but
the name. I was tripping balls. So was that acid?
I was acid and MDMA.
Yeah. Acid and MDMA. Oh, that was after my long adventure on the scooter.
Yep.
Yes.
That was that one. Yeah.
I went on a crazy acid-driven.
That was after you had your ego death. Yeah. Same night you had your ego death, yeah.
And then, anyway, so I had my ego death. I started to face my demons myself, and I was like, I'll be fine. Got on the scooter, drive halfway across the island, pick someone up, brought them back to the apartment.
Sorry. Context here. You drove halfway the wrong way, and then realized you went the wrong way, then had to go back and pick her up.
Yeah. I was on acid, bro. I was on it and MDMA. So I was like, already, this is illegal anyway, but I'm just going to have fun.
Thailand.
So I'm like, Thailand. I'm pushing this thing. I'm probably doing only 90, 95 Ks up around these like windy roads. And I was having so much fun. And I think 20 minutes had gone by and I got all the way around the island, all the way to like Tonopan. And then I was like, oh wait, I was doing something. Oh fuck! I'm supposed to be in Hadrin, which is the exact opposite end of the island. Like I'm now 40 minutes away from where I need to be. Anyway, she ended up getting a lift back to hers, and I had to pick her up and then take her to ours. And then basically it unfolded that we were like getting into it, and fucking, I think I was getting head, and then I just like opened my eyes and it was just Freddy Krueger. I was like, God damn, so Freddy. But then I had Freddy Krueger, I had a bee's nest. I had a gorilla, which is weird because that actually represents my grandfather. That's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
And then I had all my fears, like clowns and other things, show up in the room, and I was just taking it in turns, putting them in the place of this chick and just fucking them.
I mean,
I literally fucked my demons.
If there's ever a moment for growth, you literally fucked your demons.
Yeah, and I finished.
Yeah. That's when you know the growth is over. I fucked him so hard I finished.
Yeah. And since then, and I sound stupid, but since then I honestly feel like I can face anything head on and sit in uncomfortable moments, have any conversation with anyone that I need to, including look at myself and go, come on, mate. Like when I've started to use drink again, I've gone, come on, mate. And then I pull it back to even like just casual amounts. Just to actually, and I'm like, am I doing this to enjoy this or am I punishing? No, I'm just enjoying myself. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So like, it's kind of like I faced up to that. So
that's been a big one.
That's like the biggest takeaway for me and like growth moment. What would you say was yours?
Oh shit. I had three ayahuasca ceremonies? 4 ayahuasca ceremonies this year. And that was a big thing for me. Like going through ayahuasca is life-changing. Like it's life-changing if you want it to be life-changing, if you choose to take on the lessons that you learn. Like for me, I think I've done 9, I think it was. Number 7 was one of the darkest ones I've ever had, which I kind of needed to go through that because walking away from that one was like, no matter how fucking dark it is, how scared I am, how any of that, it's always going to end. So that was a big one. But then with my last ceremony, it was a nice close. It was a nice rounding off sort of moment. I went through every single emotion, like, because my previous relationship was everything to me. Was a lot. I actually even had a moment last night driving home. A song by Ethelwood came on. I can't remember the song, but it was one of those beautiful songs. So I actually had to sit through a moment last night where I didn't run from the emotions. I was like, I'm going to force myself to sit through this, and I did. I sat there and shed a bit of a tear, but yeah. But anyway, for the ceremony, I kind of got to face everything. I got to go through all the emotions of how I was feeling, from anger, sadness to forgiveness and all that sort of stuff. And that was, for me, was a great way to look at the 10 years I've had in the UK it was a great round off to be like, you know what, I'm incredibly grateful for what I was able to do in the UK. And honestly, one of the best things I did in my life was move to the UK. The second best thing was move home. And that, even look at like through the tattoo that I got as well, that signals shows me, signifies, whatever it is, signifies the growth that I've had just as a person. Because if I look back at the moments of like, yeah, I did a lot with Forbidden, did a lot with performing. I did a lot, because I'm like you. I don't stop and acknowledge or recognize the shit that I've done. Because like, if you look at 2023, if I look back at the start of the year, it feels like it wasn't too long ago. But then we look at how much we've done in the year. Fuck me, we got so much done. Yeah.
That's the face that I pulled when you were talking. It's so unrelated to what you were talking about. And then I realized how insensitive it was, because I was like, fuck.
Yeah, but that's it.
We've done so much.
Yeah. And that's it, even though you think it hasn't been long at all. So it's amazing how fucking time blindness really fucks with you. But it's that, as I realize how much I've done, need to not do that, how much I've actually done, how much I've grown. So again, relationship-wise, I'm in the position now where I really understand what I want, what I don't want, and who I am.
I have to high five you again.
Yeah.
Because of this morning.
Oh, yeah. This morning's one was a big one. I had to...
That's like the goal.
Yeah.
For a human who's been through what you've been through.
Yeah.
To be able to just setting a badass boundary and going, I ain't dealing with that.
It was that. And I won't lie, the thing I did this morning or last night, I contemplated so hard. I remember driving down in the car, and I'm obviously not going to go heavy into it, but I remember I was driving down last night. I was like, I wanted to message this person because it was very hot and cold. And as it was very hot and cold, it was really starting to drive me nuts. Now, at the end of the day, I don't want to date someone until I'm ready to completely, like, I want to know you're ready to give me the time, and you want me to be a part of your life, and I want the same. And this thing at the moment was, as much as I really enjoyed it, really liked the person, it was just getting to the point of just fucking so hot and cold of enjoying the time we have together and getting really flirty and enjoyable. And then you have a couple of days apart, it dies off and everything goes cold. And that's the boundary that I needed to set. So for me, it was a massive growth point just this morning to be able to do that. Because other old me would have turned around, sent that message, woke up this morning going, I'm so sorry. I should have done that. That was a bit harsh. I overreacted.
She needs to be grateful. And I think you should listen to this message, is that when you set that boundary, because someone's creating a destructive pattern, they are not helping themselves.
No, they're not.
You are giving them a chance to grow now.
Yeah.
By going, this is actually unacceptable behavior.
Yeah.
If you do pander to it, I'm going to call you all out and say you're a prick.
Yeah.
Because actually you are stopping someone from realizing what they are doing is damaging to their future.
Yeah.
And just communication and consistency and boundary setting is all we need to grow and get the situations we need. So like, you've gone, this isn't okay. I'm going to call you out on it. It's totally fine if you want to or don't want to do anything with it, but I'm giving you this opportunity to show up in the way that you need to right now.
Exactly.
Yes.
And for me, again, this all stems from my previous relationship, because I think in the last episode we spoke about boundaries.
Yeah.
And I hadn't set those boundaries because I didn't have my family around me, and I wanted that person to be everything in my life.
Yeah.
I got rid of boundaries. What the fuck was a boundary? So honestly, today kind of really summed up the big amount of growth. Because look, a relationship is something like I want to be a father, but I want to have the kind of relationship that I had, in the sense of your best friend, the one that you want to just laugh with, do stupid shit with, and all that sort of stuff, but grow old together with. That's what I want, and that is fundamentally one of the main things that I want in life. But I also know now is I can't be sitting there chasing it. Yeah, it's going to come when it's ready. Yeah. But also the energy that I put out is the kind of person that's going to come back to me.
100%.
And that's why today was a big, big moment. So thank you.
Oh, dude, you can't feel it. I'm proud of you. Anyway. Super proud to be part of that.
Yeah.
Even just to like talk to you, it's just to witness it. It inspires both of us. I mean, you say it to me, I inspire you, and you definitely inspire me, because things like that make me go, fuck yeah. Well, this is all working.
But like I said to you as well, watching you with yours currently, like seeing your growth from just through the year, but then seeing the boundaries that you've been setting and how in control you are of that is also allowing that person to grow.
Yes.
So I watch you. We talk regularly about it.
Yeah.
And it's just listening to what you're going, how you're setting the boundaries. I'm like, cool. That's in, like, okay, that's good. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I'm now getting those moments to actually implement that, because you learn a lesson, or you learn something, and you go, when am I going to get a fucking chance to implement that? You forget about it.
Yeah.
Then the situation comes, like, fuck, there's something I'm meant to remember to do here. I don't remember how to do it. You fall into old habits.
Yes.
So I'm glad I've been able to have that moment.
Just being able to recognize in yourself what's okay and what not is a massive thing.
Yeah.
Because it's, as a people pleaser, you will just conform.
Every
damn time.
Yeah.
To the point, my recent good one, on the note of like our growth and what you can now apply, is the biggest thing I'm applying is actually, I'm super good at just like, okay, in this moment I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling this, but what's the big picture? And I kind of step back and I look at it with fresh eyes, and I'm like, okay, so you have tried to do X, that has had Y impact. How can I change X to fit everyone's needs? And like we just said, when you set that boundary with her, she has now two choices to show up. What I was doing is trying to deal with a lot of things at once recently and try and decide which ones to tackle first. And I am a massive giver. I take a lot. But if I see something in someone that's very special, I will really give them the time of day, and I will allow them to make the mistake or the growth moment. And I realized that what I was doing is the fires were being created, and then I was putting them out. I was still setting boundaries, but I was also being the fixer. And it gets to a point where you have to understand that an apology is just words without action. We spoke about this on the last one of the last episodes. And what I did is I created an opportunity for this person to either crash and burn miserably while I just sit there and watch it happen, which is really tough as a people pleaser.
That's fucking one of the most difficult things to do.
Yeah, because I went, we had an apology, and I was like, cool, okay. And then they were like, I don't know what to do now. And I was like, make a choice. I was like, what do you want to do with it?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm here. I told you I'm not going anywhere. The obvious option probably to most people is to now you have to step forward and come back into the space, because what I see these moments is when you assess, you step back from team for a second, because that's what happens with these breakdowns in communication. There's no longer teamwork. And so it's like you've taken a step back from the team because you were scared. I'm staying in team, and I'm just going to hold team steady while you figure it out. Now you've apologized. It's like you've taken half a step. It's like, okay, you're going to jump back in. And I allowed that to happen, and it's been beautiful.
And that's the growth point. That is the growth point, not just for her, but for you. Because again, as a people pleaser, that is so fucking hard. Because you do it. Fuck, man, I remember a relationship. So before my ex, that relationship there, we went to break up, and we broke up. But then it was like she started crying, and I was like, okay, I love you. And it was that shit. That I had the moment. I was like, stay strong. Our cave. But that was a cycle that had to be broken. And then for you, by you doing what you've done, you've literally broken a cycle.
Like, to my understanding, we are sat here, not me and you, but if I'm sat here with you having a conversation, love is given. Like, that is we don't need to reinforce that right now. Because we know we love each other. That's why I'm sat opposite you. What we've had is a miscommunication. So all we should have to be doing here is just addressing how that happened and putting something in place to make sure it doesn't again. Or compromising and go, that's actually a boundary for me. This is how I do this. I don't know another way to be because this came from this behavior. Bullshit. But it's like that thing of like, I've done it so many times too, and I'm watching someone cry and I'm like, I'm the worst person ever. I'm so sorry. I love you, let's stay together. And it's like, no, bro. It's like, yes, of course we love each other, but come on, let's be adults, let's have a conversation. You pissed me off because of X. I reacted terribly. I hold myself accountable. I'm sorry for doing what I did. It was never my intentions to do that and to upset you. Please understand it was a reaction. It wasn't an action I chose to take necessarily. And then on the other side, did you do the same thing? And then boom, done. So growth moments, totally. We've both nailed that one.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's really been really good. And we've both held each other accountable during it too, because there's a couple of moments where I was doing a couple of dumb things and prioritizing the wrong things. And he's like, look, I'm just going to tell you how this looks. You can do what you want with it, but I don't think this is a good idea. However, I will help you out with it if this is exactly what you want, because we understand that we have to make these mistakes ourselves and figure it out, because we are both of that mentality.
Yeah.
And just drive me to the problem.
That was it. That was it. I don't support this, but I will literally, I don't want you to know my position. I will still drive you to the problem. I will drop you off. I will pick you up.
Yeah.
Just know
this will be the only time I'll say it. But just know I'm extremely disappointed in you.
Exactly. And funny enough, the problem actually became the actual solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just went, and that is also an example of sticking to your guns.
Yeah.
Because your friends, like, sometimes advice can be, as much as it comes from a good place, it can be bad advice because they're not there.
Yeah.
They just know what they look at. They know your patterns, and they will try and help guide you. But also, you have to have a really strong sense of self.
Yeah.
And be ready to die on your sword and go, no, if I don't try this, I'll never know.
Exactly.
And I would rather me make the mistake, you go, I told you so, and me be able to go, okay, but at least I trust myself. Than me take your advice, wonder what if, and never have known.
100%. This is why I worded the way I did. Is like, I just want to give you my opinion. You do exactly what you choose to do with my opinion. I said I'll still drop you, but that's horrible. Chunky but funky. Oh, nice. Yeah, it was that. It was allowing you, expressing your opinion as a friend, but then going, I'm here to support you no matter what. You do exactly what you're going to do. And that's it.
Because you know I damn well will.
Exactly. That's why.
Yeah. It almost forces you to, it fast tracks that thing, though, of going, I have no control over this, but I just have to watch it happen.
Yeah. That's it. And this is the thing.
There was a moment you had like it, and I was like, because ex-wife situation.
Yep.
And I fucking don't like you.
I mean,
I just don't like you. I've got this guy's back to the couch.
You heard it here first.
And I never liked her from the moment I met her, if I'm honest.
Yeah, fair.
But the point being is that there was a moment where I've heard this many times, because he's so besotted with this woman, and it's been hard to like be the correct way, which is to not constantly go, you should be doing this.
Yeah.
And then I just remember, I think it was like the 5th time I'd heard you be like, dude, I want to be with her.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is one of those moments where you show up as a real friend and you don't put your foot down and you go, he has to hit fuck it and find out. And I was like, do you mean that? And I remember I was like, that was one of those friend moments where you know you really love someone, because I was like, oh, I know how this is going to end, but I'll still be there with you through it. Because you know you have those shit friends that let you, they go, okay, you can do it, but I'm not going to be around.
Was that conversation where we were sitting at the burger shop in fucking outside Liverpool Street?
Probably.
It was like end of the year, start of the year.
I think so.
Yeah.
And you were like, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's really what. Yes, it was. That
it was.
night.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was a rough night, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you were going from
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, we have some stories. I remember, and I was like, if that's truly what you want, I will support you, bro. And I just knew in my head, I was like, I really fucking hope he doesn't.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
But yeah, so fuck, to just see, dude, we've gone through so much together this year. We have done like 5 different careers in a year. Been in come out of 2 very serious situations. We've had life-changing trips together.
Yeah.
We've ended up on the other side of the world. We're now doing a podcast, when actually we were originally intending to have threesomes to fund our life. Now we've decided to have wholesome conversations. That's growth.
Oh, that is fucking growth.
That's growth.
That is growth. Wow.
Wow. We kind of got through most of these chatty moments.
What a fucking year, though.
Yeah.
What a fucking year.
Okay.
Go
on. What are you most grateful for?
It was definitely you moving this way with me. It was going to be that. You knew that was coming. It was definitely that, because
that's my toxic trait.
I know. But the thing is,
obviously me.
And the thing is, because he knows it, because I tell him, so he knew exactly what was coming. But that was possibly one of the biggest ones. Okay, there's that one. What I'm grateful for, everyone that's been in my life in the UK. That's a big one, because I think the final show we had at Forbidden, seeing the people that came to the show turned up to that one, that was beautiful. It was just a moment. Like, I remember standing on stage. I hadn't performed in fucking 2 years, and I remember standing on stage, and I got to do Officer Gentleman with Connor and Andre, And fucking, I watched the video. My God, I was so nervous being back on that stage, but I was about to tear up because fucking I'd ripped my shirt off. I stood there. Connor looked at me and put his fist out. And I remember I was just fucking tearing up and gave him a fist. And I was just like, it was that. And I was just like, this is fucking, like, again, look at, we've spoken about it before, we're forbidden. They took me in when they didn't fucking have to, and it basically shaped my life for 10 years over that, and being able to finish my last show with everyone there. Yeah, cool, that was massive. So I think that's a grateful moment to see just the family that I was able to have and the growth from that, but also you coming this way.
Yeah.
What was yours?
It's much the same, bro.
What are you standing on stage fisting Connor?
It's one of the best moments of my life, if I'm honest. Wank about it.
Come on. Yeah.
Just introducing me to a new way of living, and actually being patient enough with me to just let me do it, because I had to do it in my own way. But yeah, just like introducing me to self-evaluation, like proper, really like looking into your psyche. Not even the drugs, because yes, they helped me break through quicker, but just like we were like. Oh, fuck, I can't even get my words out. It's tough because it was just so potent. Basically, just being alongside me for a really tough year. You know, I'm very grateful for your friendship and for you as a brother. I'm just really glad
I know there's my toxic trait with my head growing bigger. It's great.
Nah, it's not. Take it. It's not toxic trait. You deserve it because you're a legend. But I think my other moment is just finally just going, just trusting in myself, like allowing myself to. Oh, this was it. Admitting to myself is, and I'm sorry if anyone's going through an addiction, this is how I cope with it. This is my coping. This is not a truth. This is an opinion. I don't believe there is such thing as addictive personalities, and I don't really believe that addiction is anything other than unresolved trauma. That's how I have dealt with it, because I have managed to do something where I've separated that addiction out from actually the memories that were tied up with it. So things that I hadn't faced that were causing me to do these things, and repeating patterns that were making me want to self-sabotage, because it was like, oh, here we go again, you fuckwit, you're not going to do anything about your life, blah, blah, blah. And then the negative self-talk, and then it would spiral. And that, like, when I realized that I was in full control, I wasn't doomed to be an addict. It was a choice at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying, is that addiction is a choice. It's not an easy one, but actually it is the easy choice. The addiction is the easy choice, because you medicate, you self-medicate. That's what you're doing. You're self-medicating because there's a problem. When you realize that there's a problem, you address that problem. You don't need to self-medicate anymore, or not to the same degree. Yes, you can get physical dependencies. That is true. Chemically, that can happen. That is something else. But actually, if you can address that problem and then that one, I really believe anyone can get clean. So that was another thing I'm super, super grateful for.
And that's a big one. That is a big one, because I agree with you. Even though I haven't been to the depths of addiction like that, I've gone through moments of smoking a shitload of weed. Even performing. I remember there were times I could perform and I needed coke to fucking just perform. There's those moments of making that choice and going, well, I'm just going to cut that out. It's fucking difficult. It fucking sucks. And especially like where the position you're in, it can be a fucking life or death situation.
But it was.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It actually was. I'm tearing up thinking about it. But the moment about 10 minutes ago, something we were talking about, where we were at Liverpool Street train station, the night before it was the night I looked at a knife, and then my sister and Connor made me wake you up.
That's, oh my God, that was
the night I was gonna do it.
That's right. You came in at 6 a.m. in the morning, bawling your fucking eyes out.
I finally opened up about everything. Really, I was like, I can't get away from this.
That's right, because it was that night we did the shoot. We then had what's her name come over? The girl come over. We sat there, we chatted absolute bollocks for ages. And we were walking to get some McDonald's. And I saw you on your phone, and I was like, dude, put it down. And you stopped, and then you waited until I went to bed. And that's right. You're like, I finished all the cocaine and I did this. Fuck. I do remember.
That's it. That's where I was.
Yeah. That was hard that morning. Like, for you, I wouldn't even be able to imagine. But for you to come into me to be there to like get in bed, hug me. Whoa, yeah. Fuck, man.
Saved me, bro. Till I could save myself. So I'm very grateful for my sister, Kerry. I'm very grateful for Connor. And I'm really grateful for you.
Love you.
3 people that have saved my life this year. Off the heavy stuff for a second. Just a quick one. First impressions. Creating connections with people. First date in a restaurant.
Oh, wow. First date in a restaurant.
Yeah.
Oh, look, this is a common one, isn't it? This is how you treat the staff.
Yeah.
That's
the first thing you'll notice.
That is. It's the first thing you notice. The people around you.
This is where I'm allowing you to do the overthinking thing. Overthinking of the moment you walk in.
Yeah.
First look at them. Like everything. Like the first impression. The whole thing.
Okay, the first impression.
What should someone look out to do if they want to manipulate your ass?
If they want to manipulate me. Fuck it, no.
What are you going to pay attention to?
What am I going to pay attention to? Their body language, how they're facing, how are they facing? Are they facing me? Are they facing away? What are they doing? Are they fidgeting with the hands? Are they constantly trying to find other distractions? Yeah, that's a big one. With their eyes, I think. What is it? If they're telling a story, I think it's if they look right. And this is where I want to contest because I've heard some of the theories and this. Experiments or whatever we call them, just through certain podcasts and psychologists where they talk about if you look left, you tell the truth. Look left and up, you tell the truth. Look right and up, you tell the truth. This is the thing is I've had that, but it's like for me, if I'm trying to remember something, I go right and up, and
I'm there.
Yeah,
right and up.
Yeah, that's where I go. But then other people, I've heard people certain things say if they look right and up, they're telling a lie.
Oh, really? That's
that's it. And I was like, well, hold on, I don't believe that because I look right and up. I go. Like that,
yeah.
So it's I watch where they're like how they're.
I'm looking down and left.
Yeah, but if they're blinking a lot, so that's when I watch for the blinking. I don't really look for that part because again I look up. But if people are blinking a lot, it's like okay, what's going on there?
Act natural.
Exactly. Yeah.
Act normal.
Yeah. I mean, when someone asks me taking steroids, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But
all right, bro.
Yeah, but it's that like how are they addressing me? Are they short with me? Are they wanting to find out more? Are they allowing me to ask questions?
Bro.
I know. I mean, you look at them.
You're 5'2" and underneath. I don't trust you.
You get bigger.
What are you hiding down there?
Get bigger. It's that. It's like how are they with me? Are they asking me questions? Are they interested in me? Are they allowing me to ask questions? And when I'm asking the questions, are they just short? Like it's those sorts of things. Yeah. But for me, I want the conversation flowing. The conversation has to flow. But the other big thing as well is I need to have, for me, and I think it's with most people, you need the physical attraction first. I've got to be physically attracted to you to then want to have to go further because then everything kind of.
Isn't that the worst moment and best moment?
It's a worst and best moment.
First look at each other and you go, ooh.
Just look, I've had some moments. There are 2 moments. And funny enough, this has both been in a gym. This is back in 2012 before I left. This one girl was just staring at me in the gym, and I was just like, I could not get my eyes off her. Banging, me and her ended up fucking for ages. But then this other one, which was this year, I told you about it. Yeah. I would walk in the gym, and this one girl, really cool girl by the way, Amy. She just turned and was staring at me, and I was like, oh my fucking god, look at her. And then she just kept staring at me, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go talk to her. She then I saw she'd moved from the treadmill, and I was like, fuck, she's gone. Poked my head around the corner. She was on one of the other machines. I'm like, great. Walked over to her, and I went to say something, and she just looked at me and goes, I see you got the memo. I was like, sorry? She goes, yeah, so you got the memo. Yeah, no, it was like, she goes, I see you got the memo. We're wearing the same color clothing. I was like, I meant to say something first. And then it was one of those. Yeah.
I'm the prey.
Yeah. Literally. And then I said, yeah, she kept training.
Me?
Bro, literally, she goes, I'm only here for 2 days because she was from Switzerland.
I remember, yeah.
And I was like, I was downstairs training, and I'm like, I just got to go back up to her. I'm like, I'm stopping all my clients today. I'm taking you for lunch.
Yeah.
Mate, fucking great. But it was those moments. It was like that instant attraction that was there. Like those moments where you just don't take your eyes off each other. Yeah. That's wild. But the best part was we had great communication, had great sex as well. Oh my fucking God. Yeah. But it was those. So it was like, start with the physical attraction, but then as you're getting to know that person, I want you to want to know me because I want to know you. Because I'm not, I'm 34 now. Yeah. I'm not here to try to sleep around and that's it. Just park my dick in someone and go, that's it.
Well, that's just
I want to know.
It's too easy.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I'm done with that. I'm done with that side.
There's always someone going through their hoe phase.
Oh,
you'll always manage to find them because they somehow find us.
100%.
You know what I mean? But
especially in our job. Especially in our job.
First impressions, the most important thing is open body language, eye contact. Don't be a blinky bill, and ask questions.
Yeah.
Like, don't let me be in charge of the conversation the whole time.
Yeah.
Be interested. Take an interest. Find some common ground and explore it. Other than that, treat everyone else around you with respect, because at the end of the day, yes, I am important, but every human on this planet is. So we treat everyone with respect.
Yeah.
And then the last things for me, which is purely physical, because that's me talking about all of the mental side of things. Because everything else I'm paying attention to, like I'm super aware of everything. So I even very quickly, I'll study someone's face and I'll see what they're like while they're talking to the other people, how comfortable they are, or like even to like, I know certain people do things with an eyebrow or a crinkle or sort of small tics that people might have, or so I pay attention to all those things. But the physical things for me are just teeth. Teeth is a really big thing. So I'll pay attention to someone's smile because it's like that self-care. It's like, it's the bare minimum of discipline for me. If you brush your teeth twice a day, I'll know about it based on your smile, in my opinion, unless you're a smoker, which is kind of a bit of a no-go for me anyway, purely because I was one and I don't want to taste ash when I kiss someone. Yeah. Unless it's you.
I mean, depending. You know I've got to them first if you taste ash.
So that's mine.
Yeah, I like that.
And they have to smell good.
Yeah, that's a big one. Hygiene's fucking beautiful.
Hygiene.
Make sure you shower at least once a month. Come on.
Oh my God, that's the worst. I've had that one, and I know you have too. Yes, we're talking about you.
Yeah.
Okay. You've got a couple jokes.
Oh yeah, dad joke time. Yeah. Oh, by the way, before we continue on, guys, if you're not following us on our Patreon, on our YouTube, we got very distracted today. We got deep in conversation, which is really good. But if you're not following us on our Patreon, our YouTube, our Spotify, our Instagram, our Facebook, our TikTok, anything like that, please make sure you're following us at Got Swoled. Make sure you're subscribing, share it with your friends, share it with your family, all of them, because at the end of the day, this helps us grow the podcast to be able to keep giving you our nonsense and our truth.
And I love giving it to you.
And click it.
What did the toaster say to the slice of bread?
Oh my God.
I want you inside me.
That's amazing. I used to be addicted to soap, but I'm clean now.
Give it to me. Give it to me, she yelled. I'm so wet. Give it to me now. She could scream all she wanted, but I was keeping the umbrella.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, the delivery on that was perfect. Okay. So I had a dream about being a muffler last night. I woke up exhausted.
They say that during sex you burn off as many calories as running 8 miles. Who the hell runs 8 miles in 30 seconds? Yo, editor, put in a cricket sound.
Did you know a pony with a cough is just a little horse? Yeah, that's bad.
Why do walruses love a Tupperware party?
Why?
They're always on the lookout for a tight seal.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. What do you call an illegally parked frog?
What?
Toad.
Oh,
I know, that's bad.
That's bad.
That's bad. I'm really sorry.
Okay, I'll admit it. I have a tremendous sex drive. My girlfriend lives 40 miles away.
You know, I actually did that when I was in the army. I had one girl I met once, and I drove an hour just to see her for probably 3 minutes.
I've done that before.
Yeah, but for 3 minutes.
I've done it on the train. I didn't even drive.
Wow, well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
In and out.
Well done. Did you know it takes guts to be an organ donor?
I did. Who's the most popular guy at the nudist colony?
Who?
The one who can carry a cup of coffee in each hand and a dozen donuts.
Gifted. Very gifted. Oh no, that's so bad. What do you call a sick lemon? Lemonade. That's bad.
That's pretty bad. Yeah.
Go
on. What is the difference between kinky and perverted?
What?
Kinky is when you tickle your girlfriend with a feather. Perverted is when you use the whole bird.
Fucking hell. Okay. Which bear is the most condescending? A panda.
Strong delivery, I appreciate that. Anal sex is like getting a minivan. It hurts at first, but then you're surprised at how much you can fit inside.
And what car does an egg drive? A Volkswagen.
That's brilliant. I was going to say mini van.
Oh, close. Mm-hmm. Very close. The exact same thing.
So, Mickey, you said you're divorcing Minnie because she's really silly. No, I said she's fucking goofy.
I appreciate that. I do. Okay, we go one more.
Yeah, okay.
One more each. Oh, hold on. I'm pretty sure this is one of the pages you were looking at. Did I have some more?
I've got two more if you want me.
Go on, you go.
Okay. What's the difference between a condom and a coffin?
What?
You come in one and go in the other.
Bruh. Oh my God. Okay, go one more.
Oh wait, I've got two more.
Oh, okay.
You'll love this one. Okay. What's the difference between a chickpea and a lentil?
Oh, we went through this one the other day because we definitely know that's me. We definitely know that's me.
I wouldn't pay $50 to have a lentil pea on my face. Oh, damn, a lentil on my face. I fucked it.
We definitely had I said that one the other day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let a green pea on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anna's like, you've definitely had that.
Okay.
I'll give you one.
Right.
How do trees get online? Oh. They just log on.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, strong.
Yeah.
I understand how you get Bob from Robert and Bill from William, but how do you get Dick from Richard? You ask him nicely.
I love that. I appreciate that so much. You're great.
Fucking welcome.
That's great. Thank you so much. You've been amazing.
Yeah, well done for a tough year, guys.
Yeah. Look, terms and conditions for 2024.
I want them on my desk.
I'd like them, but I don't think we're going to get them. But at the end of the day, you're alive. You made it this far. It's only going to get fucking better.
And if you do one thing going into the new year, stay true to who you are. Set some fucking boundaries. See what happens.
Yeah. And as we always say,
I love
peanuts.
Sometimes on a Friday.
Plus a Wednesday. Everything happens on a Wednesday.
Nothing happens at 4 a.m. on Tuesdays.
But the devil does show up at 3 a.m.
I'm out.
Love you.